Do you ever think about how the world became so connected? Today, products made in the other side of the world can be in the US stores within days, and ships carrying thousands of containers move smoothly between oceans. But this global connection was not always so easy. A little more than a century ago, moving goods between Atlantic and Pacific Ocean required a journey of over 13,000 miles around the tip of South America. It was a long, dangerous, and costly expedition. The solution to this problem was one of the greatest engineering achievements of the world, the Panama Canal. The Panama Canal is more than a shortcut for ships. It's a story of ambition, innovation, and economic transformation. Today, we will discuss three main points. First, the history and construction of the canal. Then, the engineer design that made it work. And finally, the economic impact that reshaped world trade. I have studied this topic using original works written during the early 1900s, such as historian and economic who document the canal creation. By consulting these sources, I can share with you accurate information about the canal history, design, and impact. The dream of building a canal across Panama dates back centuries, but the first serious attempt came in the late 1800s. According to Arnoldo Arias and the Panama Canal, as started in international 1911, the French effort led by Ferdinand of Lesseps failed because of poor planning, overwhelming costs, and deadly disease like a yellow fever and malaria. More than 20,000 workers lost their life and the project was abandoned as a disaster. In 1904, the United States took control of the effort, and with a strong organization, medical advances, and sheer determination, they made the impossible possible. Historian Ira Bennett, in his History of the Panama Canal, its construction and builders, 1915, described how American engineers removed over 200 millions of cubic yards of earth and rocks, passing through mountains and jungles. By August of 1914, the canal opened, forever changing maritime travel. After looking at how the canal was constructed, let's now examine how it works. The success of the canal was not only about how it worked, it was also about engineering creativity. The French had tried to build a sea level canal like the Suez in Egypt, but Panama's terrain made that plan unworkable. Instead, the US introduced a system of locks. This lock acted like a giant water elevator, raising ships up to 85 feet above the sea level into Canton Lake, and then lowering them back on the other side. As Bennett notes, this solution was both practical and cheap, making this journey took only 8 to 10 hours, and a vessel of enormous size could safely pass through. Now that we understand how the canal works, let's consider what is important to global trade. Beyond engineering, the canal has a dramatic impact. G.G. Webner, in his 1915 article, Economic Aspect of the Panama Canal, published in the American Economic Review, explained that the canal significantly reduced shipping costs and time, reshaping US and global trade. The United States benefited by linking its Atlantic and Pacific coasts, strengthening domestic commerce. European and Asian nations also gained faster routes, proving that the canal was not just an American achievement, but a global one. The Panama Canal quickly became known as the gateway of commerce. And as Webster described it, because it connects nations and open markets, its importance only grew with time. More than a century later, it continues to be a critical passage for thousands of ships every year. Clearly, the Panama Canal is more than just a waterway. It's a symbol of connection and progress. In summary, we have explored the Panama Canal from three perspectives. First, we examined the history and its construction. Then, we examined the engineer behind it and how it works. And lastly, we consider its economic impact on global trade. The Panama Canal is more than just a water gap in Central America. It's a symbol of what humans can accomplish when faced with overwhelming obstacles. As Ira Bennett wrote in 1915, the builders moved mountains, and he changed the map of the world. So, the next time that you see a cargo ship loaded with goods, remember that many of them are crossing through a passage that connects two oceans. The Panama Canal may be only 50 miles long, but its influence has stretched across the globe and across history. Thank you so much for your attention, and I hope you have a wonderful night.